In the heart of the ancient land, where the sun kisses the earth with a fiery passion, stood the village of Umoja. Life here was a gentle rhythm, guided by the seasons and the wisdom of the elders. But Umoja held a secret, a marvel known only to its people, the grove of talking baobab trees. These were no ordinary trees. Their colossal trunks were scribes of history, and their rustling leaves whispered prophecies of the future. For generations, they had spoken of bountiful harvests and gentle rains. But one day, the oldest baobab, its bark etched with the lines of 1,000 years, spoke a prophecy that sent a chill through the warm evening air. It spoke not of rain, but of fire, not of harvests, but of heartbreak. It spoke of a war that would pit brother against brother. The village chief, a wise man named Jide, gathered his council under the vast canopy of the Baobab Grove. His face, a mask of deep concern, was illuminated by the flickering firelight. "A prophecy of war," he repeated, his voice heavy. "The trees have never been wrong. Fear, like a creeping vine, began to wind its way through the hearts of the villagers. Young warriors sharpened their spears, their eyes reflecting the dancing flames, their minds filled with visions of a faceless enemy. Mothers held their children closer, their lullabies now tinged with a note of sorrow. Who was this enemy the Baobabs spoke of? Was it the neighboring village of Quito, with whom they had always shared a tense but peaceful border? Suspicion began to poison the well of their community. Old friendships between the two villages started to fray. A shared watering hole became a line in the sand, a marketplace a ground for cold stares. The prophecy was becoming a self-fulfilling one, fueled by fear and misunderstanding. But Kemi, Chief Jide's daughter, was different. She was as bold as she was kind, with a spirit that refused to be caged by fear. She had grown up playing under the baobab trees, listening to their ancient songs. She believed in their wisdom, but she also believed in the goodness of people. While others prepared for conflict, Kemi sought answers. She would spend her evenings in the grove, listening not just to the words of the prophecy, but to the deeper sounds of the forest, the rustle of the wind, the cry of a night bird, the silent language of the earth. She felt the prophecy was not a command, but a warning, a test. One night, as the moon cast long ghostly shadows, Kemi spoke to the ancient baobab. "Great one," she whispered, "you foretold a war. But must a prophecy of conflict be met with spears? Can it not be met with wisdom?" The tree's leaves rustled, a sound like 1,000 whispers. It spoke of two mighty eagles fighting over a single fish, only for a clever monkey to snatch it while they were distracted. The message was clear. The war was not against an external enemy, but against the internal poisons of pride and fear. The real battle was for the soul of their community. Kemi understood. The next morning she went to her father. "Father," she said, her voice steady and clear, "the war the baobabs predicted is a war against ourselves. We are turning on Quito because of fear. We are fighting shadows." Chief Jide, seeing the fire of conviction in his daughter's eyes, a fire brighter than any warrior's torch, listened. He saw the wisdom in her words, the echo of the baobab's true intent. He knew she was right. Armed with this new understanding, Kemi proposed a daring plan. Instead of sending warriors, they would send an invitation to the people of Quito for a grand festival of peace and reconciliation, to be held under the very baobab trees that had prophesied the conflict. It was a huge risk. Many in Umoja called it foolishness, a naive gesture that would be met with scorn, or worse, an attack. But Chief Jide stood by his daughter. He sent messengers, not with threats, but with offerings of grain and honey, and the heartfelt invitation for a shared feast. The village of Quito was stunned. Their own elders had been speaking of the growing tension, preparing for the worst. This act of peace was so unexpected it disarmed them completely. Their chief, a stern but fair man, saw the courage in the invitation, and after much deliberation, accepted. The day of the festival arrived. The air, once thick with suspicion, was now filled with the aroma of roasting yams and the vibrant sounds of drums. The people of Quito arrived, hesitant at first, but were met not with sharpened spears, but with open arms and warm smiles. Chief Jide and the chief of Quito met under the great Baobab, not as adversaries, but as brothers. They shared cola nuts and stories, their laughter echoing through the grove. The young warriors, who had been ready to fight, now challenged each other in dance and friendly wrestling matches. Children from both villages, who knew nothing of the prophecy of war, played together, their joyful shouts the purest sound of all. They were not two villages anymore. They were one community, celebrating their shared humanity. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the celebration, Kemi stood beside the ancient Baobab tree. She placed her hand on its rough, wise bark. The leaves rustled, and this time the whisper was not of war, but of a peace more profound than any they had ever known. The prophecy had come to pass, but not in the way anyone had expected. The war was fought and won, not with spears and shields, but with courage, wisdom, and a young woman's unwavering belief in peace. The great Baobab had not predicted an inevitable doom. It had presented a choice between fear and faith, between conflict and community. The people of Umoja and Quito, guided by Kemi's wisdom, had chosen peace, and in doing so, had rewritten their own destiny. Their story and the true meaning of the Baobab's prophecy would be told for generations to come, a timeless reminder that the greatest battles are won not on a battlefield, but within the human heart. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into African folklore. If you enjoyed this story, please show your support by liking this video, leaving a comment with your thoughts, and subscribing to our channel for more tales from the heart of the continent. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening to the whispers of the world around you.